The Baton Rouge apartment market continues to put up some decent numbers, but the underlying data shows a very clear trend. Strength at the top of the market, but not so much at the bottom end of the market. Welcome to Apartment Market Dynamics from NPF Research. I'm Jay Parsons with your Baton Rouge update. For many folks in the apartment business, we learned a new word through the course of the recovery: bifurcation, meaning an industry divided into two parts, a split. In many markets, higher rent, newer apartments tended to do much better, much quicker than older, more affordable apartments, and that's what really led the recovery. And that gap really persisted until about a year ago when the performance gap began to narrow. But significant bifurcation still persists in a number of markets, and Baton Rouge is one of them. Let's take a look at some overall numbers, and then we'll show you what we're talking about here, starting with occupancy. Overall, occupancy came in at a solid 94% in Q4 2012. That's after a seasonal tumble of 120 basis points in the quarter. Occupancy, though, was still up 40 basis points year over year. Now look at occupancy by product age group. Very strong at the top end, 95.5% in units built since 2000. Solid in the 90s at 94%. And the older categories are all below the metro average, under 94%. And now let's take a look at annual rent change for the metro. And overall, Baton Rouge has been consistently in the 2 to 4% range for growth since the end of 2012. Very solid. Most recently, rents were up 2.4% in 2012. Now let's look at annual rent change by age. And again, a clear outlier in the 2000 plus group. That segment produced growth of 4.6% year over year. All of the other categories came in around 2% or less. Now let's wrap things up and look at submarkets in the Baton Rouge area. We have 4 of them for the metro, and we see one that really stands out, and that's the key suburban submarket of South Baton Rouge, Gonzales. Occupancy there registered at 95.9%, and that is no blip. It's been in the 96% range for much of the past year and a half or so. And also let's take a look at annual rent change by submarket. And again, South Baton Rouge, Gonzales is the standout. Rents there up 4% in 2012. The only other submarket with much growth at all in the past year was Eastern Baton Rouge, Livingston Parish, where rents climbed 3%. Forecasting smaller markets like Baton Rouge tends to be difficult since performances can shift on a dime, but Baton Rouge has been remarkably consistent, and that makes our job a little bit easier. It's very dependent, of course, on a major university and LSU, plus the state capital, which gives the market some economic stability. So the Baton Rouge market didn't see a big hit during the downturn, and then also it didn't see a big surge in the recovery. So all indications suggest the story won't change much in 2013. And that wraps us up for Baton Rouge. So until next time, for Apartment Market Dynamics and NPF Research, I'm Jay Parsons. Thank you for watching.
Want more? Go deeper with NPF Research's apartment market reports. From a national level, down to individual metros, to specific neighborhoods, NPF Research has been providing unparalleled apartment market intelligence to the multifamily industry for almost 5 decades. Learn more by contacting us at 877-284-4938 or visit www.npfresearch.com and click on Market Reports.